Welcome back. Welcome back. Me and Slim are here. Another video. We are talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder and the future upcoming Rookie of the Year, in our opinion, in Chet Holmgren. I know the Wemby, the Scoot, the Brandon Miller. Well, now Brandon Miller's getting dogged on it on social media after his first half in Summer League. But we do think Chet Holmgren is going to win Rookie of the Year. But we're going to talk about the Thunder team as a whole. Talk about their offseason, talk about a little bit about the Summer League game that they just played a few days ago. And yeah, you want to just start by talking about Chet in Summer League?
I'm very excited to see him. The way he dropped those 15 points, he looks very fluid. He looks a lot stronger than what we saw from him in his college career, but also right before he got injured last summer. And he knows. Like I was talking with Matt was like, his footwork is already on an elite level that like you have to learn, having your trial and error through all the years that you have in the league, maybe like 2-3 years, but he's already established his mind in one, I'm the best player on the planet, or not the best player on the planet, but like arguably the best player in the league. That's what he's said before in regards to like, who's the best? He's thinking I'm the best. And I think that he truly believes it. And then that's the reason why we see him play as well as he does. But he looks like he's able to break down his defenders off the dribble and also knock down whatever perimeter shot or whatever shot he needs to that's going to be able to facilitate for Shea being able to do what Shea does. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for what they got this upcoming season.
Yeah, I think especially with this year and the draft and everything with Wemby, people are so caught up on Wemby, and you've reiterated this on the channel before, how you're saying there's already a guy similar to Wemby, just not as good, but in Bol, who we've seen someone like this. But Chet is, I think, ahead of Victor Wembanyama right now, and if you don't think so, I think you're kind of just blinding yourself with Wemby. 100. And I know Thunder fans will be very happy to hear that. But I think, especially in that Summer League game, seeing all the stuff I've seen in multiple NBA players say, like, bro, he's like playing insane and like the runs, all this stuff. I think he added 15 pounds of muscle since he got drafted, which is a ton of muscle.
Especially he's like 208 now, 213, something like that.
It might even be more, but yeah, like he's definitely still very skinny. But the fact that he added 15 pounds of muscle is very, very big because it shows he can put on muscle. There's guys that like are skinny and like just can't bulk up. He's one of those guys that's bulking up, which is big, big, big time. But he made two-handed blocks like in the lane.
Off the rim too, like he was like up there, like
yeah, the footwork. If you follow Slim on IG, he posted on his Instagram story. I sent it to the boys, but the footwork on a couple of his post moves. He has an outside game if you need it. I like Chet a lot. I didn't love like last year's class that much, but now looking back on it, they were really, really good. But like I did not think Paolo was going to be as good as he was. I was always kind of high on Chet, but I think Chet is going to be something to be reckoned with this year. And I think the Thunder are going to be kind of not like a surprise team because I think people do expect them to be better. But I think just a 1 year difference for a young team is huge. And I think it's going to be something. I don't know if they'll get to like the 3rd seed like the Kings did last season, but I think it'll be a solid playoff play-in team. Like they'll be like they'll be like 8 to 5. I think they'll be in that range in the West. There's a lot of good teams, but I think the Thunder are going to be a force to be reckoned with this year. I think Shea, even if he doesn't do anything different and he just has a similar season to last year, you're getting a second year of Jalen Williams. You're getting Chet Holmgren back, who in the one Summer League game we saw him play looked great. You got Trey Mann.
Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey is going to be more mature and like all this stuff. Josh Giddey is also so tough.
Tough.
And I love I love the unorthodox players that just play like that because that's how I play. I just play like not like a normal person does. So like Giddy, I love his game. Like I just think they have a great blend. They have their point guard in Giddy, who's like the distributor, does it all. You have your scorer in Shea. You have your big down low in Chet to defend, and you have another secondary scorer and defender in Jalen Williams.
Yeah, and you got a dog as your 3 in Lou Dort.
Yeah, Lou Dort.
Crazy defense, provides that energy for the team that they're gonna be able to take and move in transition on the offense. And I'm excited for what they got, bro.
Yeah, and if you've ever watched any of our videos and we're talking about that, like teams like on the fringe here, or if you checked out like our Pistons or Rockets videos that we uploaded, I always say that there's like a 4 or 5 year progression of teams in the NBA when they're at the bottom. They start at the bottom, they're terrible. They get a top 3 pick. They draft a guy. Hopefully he's good. If he hits, then you draft the next year. You're probably around like a 7 to 10 ish pick, 5 to 10, and you try and if you hit on that guy, then you're already ahead of schedule. But you can miss one and then the next year. So that's like, say year 3. After 3 years, you're starting to win like 30 games ish. Then there's one season where you go and you sign a couple vets and you take it to the next level and you're at like 35, 40, and you're like right on that cusp. And then you make a big trade for a star, like an established star who kind of fits your timeline. And then that's when this is when you're in business, and there's your 3-4 year window. I think that's what the Cavs did, and I like it a lot with Donovan Mitchell. I think it's kind of what the Suns did. They just kind of traded away everybody though, but they still have like a very solid team. They're the 3rd favorites to win the championship, I think. So I mean, they had a young team. Theirs took a while. Sixers kind of did it with Harden. There's just like it's the natural progression of teams in the NBA, and I think the Thunder are on that. And I don't even know if they're going to have to make a trade. I feel like their trade could have meant Shea, which is insane to say.
I mean, look at him balling though. Like he's showing that he's one of the best 2 guards in the league, arguably top 5. Safe to say, maybe.
No, that's safe. That's safe. I think you could argue 3. I mean. Devin Booker has to be 1, I think. I think for me, I'm going to put Donovan 2, but I could see an argument for Shea or Jaylen Brown. I could see
over JB, bro.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I think the defense from JB kind of puts him higher for me, but I mean, he's definitely in the top 3 conversation. I think I could see people having. He won. He was first team All NBA. No,
second or first?
No, Donovan was second.
Oh, wow.
So I think he might have been first. So, I mean, during the regular season, I think Devin Booker kind of elevated himself because he was hurt like the whole year, basically.
Rolling.
But, I mean, Devin Booker played so insane in the playoffs. Like, he was shooting like 60, 70% for like a 4-game stretch. But, I mean, he had the best regular season, I would say. I think Donovan impacted winning more, but that's just because the Cavs are a better team. But, I mean, they have all the pieces in place to me to be an up-and-coming team that's kind of not like a shock, but a team to jump 10, 15 wins, which is crazy in NBA. A 10, 15-game jump is crazy. But I think if there's one team that I'm kind of picking to have a big, big rise this year in the West, for sure, is the Thunder. And in the East, it's the video that's coming out after this, the Indiana Pacers. I could have them sneaky making a big jump up. Because I think the East on the bottom got a lot weaker, but I think like on the bottom of the conference, I think it got weaker. So I think the Pacers could make a run for like a 7-8 seed. But any final comments about the Thunder? Let's get a win prediction.
I got them being like a 6-7 seed.
Okay, I'm in that same camp.
Maybe 38.
No, let's do more than that. 40 seed?
42?
Yeah, that's fair. 42 is a good number. I was going to go
through the play-in. I think that they could make it to the playoffs.
You think there'll be a play-in team, but like a home play-in game, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. My mind went to like 44, I think slightly over 500, 44 and 38. I think one, that'd be a good season for them. And if they can make some noise playing against like a Denver in the first round or I don't know who I would say. Huh?
Sacramento.
Yeah, or like a Sacramento. We've talked about that, I think, once. That would be a great series, but
Yeah.
got a long time till we get there. But yeah, I'd probably go 44. I think that's a solid number. It might be a little high, but I think 44 is a solid number, and I think there'll be a team on the rise and a team to watch out for. So if you want to buy stock in a team, let it be the Oklahoma City Thunder. But we will catch you guys next time. Check out tomorrow's video about the Pacers if you're a fan of them. If you stayed this long, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.